All right, people say it's changed their life. They feel enlightened, totally zen, present, rid of all anxious thoughts. And no, you don't need to take a Class A drug to apparently feel like this. Instead, all you have to do is meditate. But here's the thing. I've been meditating for about 4 years now, and I'm still figuring it out. No magical superpowers just yet. However, I have noticed some pretty interesting changes, and so today I wanted to share my honest thoughts on meditation and my experience with it, and whether or not it is something that I think everyone should be doing. So firstly, what exactly is meditation? And to be honest, I don't think there is a single definition of meditation, but at its core to me, meditation is the practice of training your awareness and bringing attention to the present moment by becoming more aware of your thoughts, emotions, and sensations without getting swept up and lost in them. And one of the most basic techniques is to simply just bring attention to your breath. So just focus on the inhale and exhale. But meditation can also involve being more aware of your body, noticing your emotions as they arise, or simply just observing your thoughts without reacting to them. And the proposed benefits? Well, there is actually a lot. And so to me, one of the best sounding benefits is that meditation can allow you to stop getting so lost in the constant noise of your mind and to just step back and observe what's happening, which then allows you to stop identifying so strongly with every thought and feeling, and it can also create a sense of distance or space between you and your reactions. As well as that, studies suggest that meditation can reduce stress, improve focus, boost your mood, and it can even help with anxiety. It's also been linked to better emotional regulation, a greater sense of self-awareness, and overall improved well-being. So basically, meditation sounds bloody awesome, which is why I started meditating about 4 years ago now. And to begin with, for the first year or so, I used the Calm app, and then I moved on to the Waking Up app by Sam Harris, which I do think is a really excellent app and seems to be what a lot of well-known people use. And in terms of frequency, I try to meditate for 10 minutes every morning. And by try, I do mean try, because I am pretty consistent, but not quite as consistent as I would like to be. And for me, I think the main reasons that I did start meditation, probably like a lot of people, is that I did want to calm my mind a little bit, as I do think that I am quite an overthinker. And I did just want to try and be more present in situations and not so lost in my thoughts. So let's talk now about my personal experience and whether anything has changed over 4 years. And the short answer is that I wouldn't say I have reached some new enlightened state and reached complete equanimity that you hear some people talk about. However, I do think that I have experienced a few real benefits. So firstly, one of the things that you hear a lot of people talk about with meditation is that it allows you to be more responsive and less reactive, which sounded like absolute bollocks to me when I first heard it. But to be honest, I do think that has happened to a certain extent, because I do now find that there could be situations, maybe say someone has said something rude or stupid or just wrong, and instead of reacting and maybe reacting in a way that I don't want to, I do find that I'm able now just to pause a little bit more before emotionally exploding and just gather my thoughts that little bit more before then responding more in a way that I think is appropriate and in a way that I want to respond. And don't get me wrong, I mean, sometimes I do still fly off the handle in certain situations, but I do think it is a lot less than I used to, and I feel like I am able now to respond better in more circumstances. Another benefit I think is around emotional awareness, because I think since meditating, I have become more aware of actually how I'm feeling. And I think that awareness is useful because it then almost allows you to choose a bit more how you're going to respond to your emotions in certain situations. For instance, say maybe I'm with a group of people and I'm finding myself to be a bit agitated or in just a bit of a bad mood for whatever reason. But instead of just staying like that, I think having that awareness of my emotions has allowed me then a bit more to almost in that situation, give myself a bit of a pep talk and try to focus on the good in situations and to really just make a conscious effort to try to change my mood and get out of that bad mood, say, and be just a bit happier in that situation. So yeah, I think that awareness of my emotions is something that has improved and I do think is a real benefit. And then finally, there's the whole presence thing. And I would say that this is still a bit of a work in progress for me, but I do feel like I have improved in this area, as I feel like I do have more regular moments where I do really feel here and in the moment, and I feel like my attention has improved and I'm not as distracted by that silly noise that can sometimes still go on in my head. So those are some of the benefits that I've experienced, but what about the downsides? I mean, are there any? And to be honest, I think the biggest downside, I would say, is that even though I've been meditating for 4 years now and have experienced what I think are some real benefits, I'm still not entirely sure if it is definitely doing anything and if it is really something that is worth doing. And I say that because, as I said, I haven't experienced any life-changing, earth-shattering benefits that you might hear about in some meditation circles. I mean, even within the Waking Up app, Sam Harris, he talks about how everything arises in the field of consciousness and how the realization that everything, including self and thoughts, being part of consciousness is an incredibly liberating realization. Where I'm just more there like, yeah, I kind of get it, but I'm not quite there yet with all of this, and I'm not sure I'm really quite following all of it. And don't get me wrong, some of this maybe is just because I haven't gone deep enough yet into it all and fully immersed myself into the world of meditation. And as I said, I do think I have experienced some benefits, but yeah, I mean, I'm not floating off into the cosmos and having life-changing breakthroughs every session. I mean, a lot of the time I am just sitting there with my thoughts, and to be honest, I'm just trying not to fall asleep first thing in the morning. And so overall, will I be continuing to meditate? And the answer is yes, I will. Because although I haven't had any crazy enlightened experience, I have seen enough small, meaningful benefits to make it worth it. I do think I'm a bit more responsive, a bit more aware of my emotions, and a bit more present. And meditation also does just seem like a healthy practice to do, and if nothing else, it is just an opportunity to sit with myself and reset and to check in with how I'm doing mentally and emotionally. And there's certainly no harm in doing it, and as well as that, for a simple mind like myself, I've also heard enough incredibly smart and impressive people talk about the benefits of meditation. And so my hope is that the more I do it and the deeper I go into it all, I will just be able to unlock more and more of those benefits. So if you're thinking about starting meditation or wondering if it's worth it, my answer definitely is yes. I do really think it is worth giving a go. I would just say though to know that I do think meditation is a journey. There'll be ups and downs, and it does even just take a little while to learn how to meditate properly. But I do think that the more you do it, the more you will start to notice small positive shifts. And who knows, maybe one day we will reach that enlightened cosmic awareness state. Or maybe not. But either way, it's worth a go. Thanks very much for watching. Maybe now you're feeling a bit more zen and you'd like to watch another video of mine just here. Please also do subscribe to the channel and like the video. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.